What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Tsunami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is here. What? Sorry. That was the last of my excitement. I'm super happy. This is JP news, by the way. So, global players, there really isn't much of a translation, pun intended, to global as of right now, but this is too hype for me not to talk about. You guys know I am a huge Super Saiyan 4 fan. I love Super Saiyan 4, and the fact that Gogeta now has confirmed stats, I want to talk about a little bit, but mainly I want to talk about a new category that's coming. So let's take a look at the translations for the new Gogeta. Shout out to the homie Goresh. INT Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Leader skill, Great Ape Power. Key +3, 170% across the board. Shadow Dragon Saga, Key +3, 150%. Super attack, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, just like the tech counterpart. Shadow Dragon Saga, Shadow Dragon Crushing Power, excuse me, passive. Attack and defense plus 200%. Gains an additional key +4, attack and defense +40. Attacks effective against all types for 8 turns from first appearance. High chance of attacks effective against all types starting from the 9th turn. And high chance of evading enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power. Right here, the one downgrade from this whole thing is that the high chance is a bit of a downgrade from the Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta counterpart. The Tech one, on global, it does say high chance of evading enemy super attack, but it's actually always apparently been a great chance, and I never knew this. So JP is getting an update soon, or maybe they already had it, where they reword that on the Tech side. Let me actually pull it up so I can show you what I'm talking about. The Tech side would be under Shadow Dragon Saga. What? Shadow Dragon Saga. And this guy right here. So his passive, it says high chance of evading. It's actually supposed to be great chance. They're not updating the unit's abilities. It just always had a 70% chance to do this, but it says high chance. So it's kind of weird. But anyway, you know, I'm going to keep this unit here for reference because there are actually some comparisons we could make here. So number one, the attack and defense plus 200%. That blows the Tech version out of the water. There's no contest because the Tech one only gives you a 120% for attack. So this already makes this guy instantly better. And then he also does everything else, the greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn and all that stuff. Then the active skill. You can only activate this once a fight after receiving 4 more attacks. Also, I was asking Goresh about this. I'm not sure if this is... When you receive 4 more attacks, do you have to get hit? Or could you counter? Because you're essentially still technically receiving an attack. You're just not getting hit with it. Or maybe receiving does mean that you're supposed to get hit. I don't really know if you were to counter 4 attacks, 4 super attacks, or whatever. I don't really know. So, regardless, after receiving 4 more attacks, you would be able to nerf the enemy's attack and defense by 40%, and then boost your own by the same amount. So it would be an 80% swing. It would be a substantial power play on something like the Legendary Goku event, or probably more better suited, the Super Battle Road side. So I am super excited to use this because this is a huge change. I'm not going to say upgrade necessarily, but change from the Tech counterpart, because the Tech guy, he constantly does it. He constantly nerfs the enemy's attack and defense by 20% though, which isn't as effective, but it's still very effective, especially when you combine that with items. I would say maybe the main pull on this side is that this essentially functions as an item. When you're lowering their attack and defense and boosting your own, you're essentially accomplishing what an item would do. Whereas sometimes on, like, let's say Extreme Super Battle Road, if you're using the Tech Gogeta and you want to, you know, survive a turn, you may not necessarily be able to do that with just an attack and defense minus 40% on the enemy. You might have to double that up with some other item, a defense enhancer, something like that. So this unit all around fits more situations than the Tech one, but they did manage to give some value to the Tech version. Probably the main redeeming quality for the Tech one is going to be the fact that the high chance for the INT one isn't the same as the great chance for the Tech one. So that's about the only trade-off. Everything else about this unit is broken. I even saw on Reddit that people were saying this unit with 0 link boosts, like level 1 links, on a 170% build like this, with no support, can do upwards of 2.5 million on a super attack. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And, I mean, this unit really isn't very flashy. There really isn't anything new to this unit. It's just the same old thing, but stronger. But I still like it because of Super Saiyan 4. They put a nice pretty bow on it and called it Super Saiyan 4. So I'm happy with this. Now, what I want to do is talk about the Great Ape category. This is not talking about giant form. And this is not talking about pure Saiyans or Super Saiyan 4s. So let me first show you some of the other categories that people might be getting this confused with. Number one is going to be Giant Form. Giant Form is not going to be what this is about, but it will probably, my theory is that it's going to utilize a lot of the units in the Giant Form category. For example, Tora, a lot of the Saiyans with the Uzaru powers, but not just them. I also think other other units like this guy. Baby Vegeta, he's not technically a pure Saiyan, and he doesn't even have a tail, but he does go Great Ape. So I have a feeling that this unit could potentially be in the Great Ape Power. I feel like Great Ape Power is a new category designed to make more Giant Form units relevant. I think that's actually the main reason why they're doing this, because they could have easily just said Super Saiyan 4, but they didn't, which is probably going to be because that is going to be revealed in the Dragon Ball Heroes collab. And if that's the case, Mass Ningen, you and I, we deserve all the credit in the world for this one. Buddy, we did it. All right? We did it. Anyway, let's continue. So, other units like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku that goes into Golden Uzaru, the baby Vegeta, Nappa, Borgos, Cumber, all of these guys would be there. But also, some other units that you may not necessarily expect would be in there. So, I generalized this in a conversation with Gares yesterday as basically saying any unit with a tail would probably fit Great Ape Power. Now, this is a speculation video. This is not, nothing's been confirmed yet, and we will get a data download for JP probably in about 12 hours or so. So by then, we will know for sure whether or not this is even close to being accurate. But, it's still fun to speculate. And there are a few arguments that kill this. Like, number one, Tarble. Tarble doesn't utilize Great Ape Power in any sort of way, and he's really just a very forgettable, inconsequential unit. So if we were to go by the, having a tail requirement, this kind of kills it. So I don't really know if that is necessarily going to be in the category, but if it is, I mean, you got to be fair. You got to stick to the rules, right? But you'd have units like the free-to-play Kid Goku that goes Ape. You would even have, where's Raditz? Raditz would have to be there, like the INT Raditz. He has a tail, but he's not like really utilizing its power. But the STR version definitely does. The STR version for Raditz definitely uses the Great Ape form. Let's see. Cumber is obviously going to be there. Cumber is just like stupidly strong. But there are some very interesting units that you may not expect. Number one, if you really think about it, this guy should technically be the lead for Great Ape Power. And that is Wrathful Broly. So if you guys are familiar with the movie, Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, Wrathful Broly is essentially a state of power where Broly is able to fully harness the power of the Great Ape while retaining his human form. That was the whole premise behind this power boost, and I guess that's why they call it Wrathful. So this guy has got to be in Great Ape Power category. It has to be, because there's no way that you could call this guy just a regular pure Saiyan without... I mean, he doesn't have Super Saiyan powers. He's not just a regular Saiyan. He's got some sort of an upgrade. That upgrade is fueled by the Great Apes. So this guy has to be there. And another interesting one that you guys can let me know if you agree or disagree. If you go to pure or hybrid Saiyans, and let's take a look at this guy. This guy has to be under Great Ape Power, because during this moment in the Dragon Ball... Okay, good. Exploding Rage. I'm happy. In the Dragon Ball Z timeline, when Gohan emerged from that Saiyan pod to tackle Raditz to save his father, he displayed a tremendous boost in power. A lot of people would say that's simply because of his potential, but you could also argue that a lot of that stems from the fact that he had a tail, which then manifests itself into an Uzaru later on when Piccolo is training Gohan. So you could say that this unit also belongs in that category. Obviously, if you're wondering who this is or where this unit came from, it doesn't matter. It's just a worthless free-to-play unit that you get from a story event. I forget which one. I think it's actually the Saiyan Saga one. Could still be around if you guys want to get it. But this guy could technically be in the Great Ape Power category, and I actually feel that he should be. So there are a few units that would fit here that you may not necessarily expect. So it ends up being more than just another pure Saiyans category, because it's not. You would have the likes of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in there. He's obviously not a pure Saiyan according to the Dokkan standards. You would have units like Tarble in there who just make no sense. They're worthless. You'd have Paragus, not Paragus. Well, this unit maybe wouldn't, just because Paragus is in there. Well, no, Paragus has a tail. I don't know. But you see where I'm coming from. You would have all of Team Bardock in there. Maybe King Vegeta, I suppose. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see in the next day or so when the data download drops for JP, what exactly is going to happen with this category. And once again, the fact that they are releasing Great Ape Power with the Gogeta could mean that Super Saiyan 4 will be dropping with that Heroes collab. And I can't remember the last time that I've wanted to play JP more than this. I think the last time potentially was when Blue Dude showed up, but I had so much going on Global that I didn't really feel that temptation. But now, man, the temptation is real. So, guys, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is coming to JP and eventually to Global, but keep an eye out for this new category because this could be the Great Ape or the Giant Form's ticket to relevancy. They could actually gain some sort of use now. When was the last time you ever used a Great Ape unit? Ever. Ever. Don't answer that. You probably, some of you might have already done that. But anyway, you see my point. You see my point. These guys are going to get a boost in a major way, I think. And I would love to be right about this. So let's see what happens tomorrow. All right? Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this speculation video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments, what are you most excited for with this Gogeta news? Are you excited for the new category? Are you excited for that new animation? What's going on in your mind right now? Because I am freaking out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let each know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly, baby.